This time I'm going to assume that you have the tables for negation, disjunction, and conjunction pretty well in your head, because I don't want to flip back and forth between them because I'll have enough going on this slide. So I want to make the truth table for that statement at the top, that it is not true that P or Q, and then also R. Notice that I have 3 distinct statement letters here, so I'm going to need 2 to the third rows, which is 8 rows. So I've got my 8 rows here. I'm going to alphabetize my variables, P, Q, R, and now I start underneath R and alternate true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. Okay, now I go to Q's column and double that. True, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. And then finally I go under P's column and double again to true, 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 false, 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 false. That will give me all 8 combinations of truth values that statement P, Q, and R can have. Now, to figure out what this crazy thing is, I'm going to need P or Q. I'm going to need not P or Q. And I'm going to need not P or Q and R. Sorry, I drew an extra column here that I do not need. Let me just get rid of that quick. All right. So I'm now ready to start filling in my truth table, and I'm going to start with P or Q. This time I need to ignore the R column. So again, if you're doing this on your own, you can cover that up with a pencil or something so that you don't have to stare at it. So I want P or Q, so that starts here at the top with true or true is true, true or true is true, true or false is true, true or false is true, false or true is true, false or true is true, false or false is false, and false or false is false. So again, from your truth table for disjunction, you get that column. Just looking at P and Q's values, that's what I've got. Next column, I just want the negation of this guy. So I'm going to do the negation of that guy. Should be a redo button on this. So I'm going to do the negation of that column I just made. And I'm going to ask myself, what is not true? It's false. What is not true? 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 False. What is not false? True. And what is not false? True. Okay, now I have that column. Finally, I just need to look at that column I just made and R. So that column I just made in R, so I'm going to get rid of or cover up this one so I don't need to look at it. And I'm looking at my table for conjunction, so and. So I have true and false is false, false and false is false, true and false is false, false and false is false, true and false is false, false and false is false, true and true is true, false and true is false. So my total truth table will look like this. And my statement up there, it is not true that P or Q, and also R, is only true in this one row. That statement is only true if P is false, Q is false, and R is true.